This is the monthly horoscope for Leo, I almost said weekly, for the month of May 2023. Hello, my pretty cats. Show your love and support to your girl Marie by liking, subscribing, and sharing. And thank you for everyone who has. I am available for reading, so check out the consultation page in the link in the description box below. Also, I will be doing the daily horoscopes. The weekly horoscopes are up for this week, so if you want to check out to see how the lunar eclipse is going to affect you, and then this lunar eclipse, so you get like a very big, well-rounded view for free, because a lot of astrologers charge, about how your week is going to be. Okay, so on the 1st at 1:08 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Pluto's in retrograde. This is in your 6th house, so the issue is now going to be with your health, and for a lot of you it's been that way, so you're dealing with the same energies that you've been dealing with since Pluto in Capricorn, except for a lot of you this could be a time period here where you're working on the self with this energy, and you could be dealing you can be a bit more proactive in your life when it comes to making some real changes in regards to health. This could be certain medications no longer work for you, God forbid. You could be delving into holistic healing at this time with this energy. For others of you, you can be more interested in the subconscious mind, the love of attraction. Okay, I like that. For some of you, business can start slowing down with this energy because Pluto's in retrograde in your 6th house. And then for others of you, for some of you, you're not, all of you, some of you, it depends. You have an interception with your 6th and 7th house, and Pluto's in retrograde. You can be reevaluating your relationships with Pluto in retrograde in your 7th house. So check out your natal chart to find out where Aquarius is in your natal chart, because some of you do have this in your 6th house, and then some of you have this in your 7th house, and it shares. Aquarius shares your 7th house. Okay, so check it out. You can be reevaluating your relationships with family. You may not be on speaking terms with family. The dynamic and the relationships at this time can be changing. For some of you, significant relationships can come to an end at this time. You could be kicking out people out of your life that you have been in a relationship with your entire life for 20 years. So this could be a time of re-examining those close relationships now. This could be new relationships coming into your life. You may not be getting along with people because of the squaring going on with the North Node and the South Node, and then Volcanus in your 1st house. So this is definitely endings and new beginnings coming up for you. You can be more invested with your family relationships, because there's definitely a lot of energy going on with your 4th, 7th, and 10th house. So for some of you can be fighting with family members with this energy. This can be dealing with drama. Children can be a handful at this time. Authority figures can be a bit more restrictive. This can be dealing with like the landlord, property managers at this time with this energy. So this could be also dealing with property matters during this time period as well. For some of you, this can be you're being led by and guided by other people taking you, because you do have a stellium on your right side of the chart, and you have a lot of energy there. So other people are grabbing you and taking you and saying you need to go this way. This could be a period of time here where you're just dealing with work and home, because you do have a stellium in Taurus at this time. So this can be a busy energy of just work and home. For others of you, you can be joining groups or organizations or activism with this energy. Then on the 5th at 1:34 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio in your 4th house. This can be an intense energy time for you. For some of you, the focus on mother. This could be dealing with mother and her health issues, God forbid. So I feel like for some of you, you need to stay away from those in authority. You may not be getting along with mom and dad at this time and butting heads with your family. You could be obsessed. Someone could be obsessed with you at this time because they have nothing better to do with their time and energy instead of focusing on other people. So this could be like nosy neighbors. This could be dealing with like a nosy landlord. For some of you, you can actually be stalked by strangers. Some of you, God forbid, with this energy, somebody could be crushing on you or obsessed with you at this time. For others of you, this could be getting unwanted advances from other people. So you can be attracting the weirdos in your life. So be careful with this energy. For others of you, could be dealing with property managers or landlords. You may not be getting along with mother, or this could be dealing with land issues or property issues at this time. You can be butting heads with your neighbors with this energy, or with those older than you, or you're not getting along with the people at work with this energy, especially the women at work. On the 7th, at 10:24 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Venus enters Cancer. This is your 12th house of subconscious. This is dealing with secret lovers and love affairs happening, or emotional affairs happening at this time with this energy. This is also the heart versus the head with this energy. If you've been repressing your feelings for somebody for a very long time, now you're going to kind of let the cat out of the bag with this energy. You can be very analytical about things. You could be really going through it emotionally now, because your heart is not going to want to sit there quietly and idly and not do anything about this crush that you've been having, or these obsessive feelings that you've been having about others, or the ex. So your heart can be loud and obnoxious at this time and kind of driving you crazy. This is not the easiest time for you emotionally, especially if you're crushing on somebody. This could be an emotional affair, but again, it's going to drive you crazy. So this could be actually you having an affair after all with this energy, or a sexual romp with this energy. Or you two could be talking mostly for some of you and not moving very fast and taking your time and getting to know this person. But the status of you two can change very quickly as well. This could also be a status change with career and a promotion happening, but it's more of a lateral move. It's not like a moving up at this time. For some of you, you can be going into a different career at this time. Relationships with superiors could be quite favorable. Some become interested in volunteer work, helping those who are less fortunate than themselves. Others of you may feel lazy and have a hard time getting things done and seeing things all the way through with this energy. I feel like you can be starting an affair and just kind of keeping it secret, or just talking to somebody at this time and not letting a bunch of people know what's going on at this time with this energy. It's not necessarily an affair. I know. I just basically describe an affair. No, it's not an affair. It could be like, you don't want to introduce this person to anybody yet because you did it on a Mercury retrograde kind of situation. So on the 14th at 11:17 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Mercury goes direct in the sign of Taurus in your 10th house, and this is going to help you out with your money situation. This is more common sense coming in. You got a better head on your shoulders. You're able to think and strategize a lot better and coming up with plans. For some of you, if you were starting on projects at this time, or if work was starting on projects at this time, they could be moving quickly on to something else during this time period. This is also dealing with bouts of depression with this energy. I feel like you can be receiving important news in regards to career, maybe getting a job at this time. With this energy, you may feel nervous around superiors or have a hard time making a favorable impression. So this may not be the best time for job interviews, or you may have to practice in the mirror before you go to your job interview around the 14th. This is a time you'll be engaged in a lot of communications with others and discussing ideas. Avoid a tendency to be opinionated, inflexible, or arrogant, as there is a probability of arguments. Also, it's important that you listen at this time, and you listen to the feedback that other people are giving you, and to make ego smaller, apply the changes that are being given to you. You will probably get some good advice at this time. You'll probably have to take care of a lot of errands. You may find yourself getting nervous, anxious, or developing a headache at this time, so try not to overwhelm yourself. Try not to put so much on your plate this month as well. This is a time it's very hard for you to communicate your feelings to others, because others are not seeing what you're seeing at this time, nor are you communicating really well. So others are kind of like, like, what are you trying to tell us? Like, what are you saying? So I think like everybody has to have their own, like, you could say something, and it's not until everybody else has their own experience with this situation are they going to be able to see what it is that you're seeing. So allow other people to have their experience, make the friendships that they need to make, fall on their faces, and then you can be like, you see what I'm talking about? All right, on the 16th at 1:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Jupiter enters your 10th house. A beautiful time for climbing the corporate ladder. This can be a positive time for career. This is a great time for any jobs that deal with communication. So this is a beautiful time for those of you in media and social media. You can be more about your financial security. You can be ambitious. Those of you who are 40 and older, this is a beautiful time for career changes for you, so we can So you only have like this year and next year, because you only have like a little bit of time period here because Jupiter goes back into Aries shortly at this time. So you get a little taste of what's to come. Certain doors can start to open up for you at this time, or business starts taking off with this energy. So it's a great time for those of you in sales. Those of you who are 40 and older, you can see prominence and status in your career. Maybe you'll be put in a leadership position at this time as well. Jupiter is well aspected. This is a time period of a lot of professional ambitions at this time, and you can be very ambitious, but you need to be careful when Jupiter goes retrograde in Taurus, because then we can experience a downfall, reversal of fortune, or this is like a very like stifling energy for growth with like those of you that are entertainers, those of you who are media and social media. You could find like a lot of people may not like you, or it could be like, because it's in the sign of Taurus, you could be very, very sensitive at this time with this energy. Okay, so just be aware of your emotional self. For those of you in business or who are influencers or famous, you need to keep the energy humble. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day at this time, so you need to be patient with the energy and just kind of go with the flow and let the internet do what it's gonna do. I know. And just keep your mouth shut and just take it like a water off a duck's back. If you have to, disconnect from the internet during this time period, because when it goes retrograde, it's not going to be the easiest time period for you. Alrighty. Then on the 19th at 11:53 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the new moon in Taurus in your 10th house, your personal life becomes more public. Personal popularity is on the rise. Superiors look favorably upon you. Those who work in sales, again, this is a beautiful time for you. For some of you, this could be a start of a new business endeavor. I feel like that it doesn't matter what you want to be in career-wise with this energy, as long as you find joy and happiness doing what you do and you have a drive for it, that is what's going to help you succeed. You're very ambitious and tenacious with this energy. Despite Pluto being in retrograde in your 6th house, and you have that big giant stellium in your 10th house with this energy, you're optimistic and bubbly at this time. You're more inclined to be very creative when it comes to making money and finding creative ways to make money, or just exploring your creative side at this time. A change of career is likely. You're likely to have more personal freedom. You may become involved in other people's problems, a charitable organization, activism, or humanitarian efforts. Others seek help from you. You're more sensitive to other people's emotional needs now, more than usual. You're more sympathetic, empathetic. It will be more difficult for you to say no to other people. It is a good time to work with charities or churches. You're prone to daydream a lot, and you may wish to be more about your freedom. You may want to be, delving into your bad habits at this time, so be careful with that. This is a good time to trust your intuition because it's more accurate. Then on the 20th at 11:31 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Mars enters Leo in the 1st house. This is not the best time for you because ego reigns supreme with this energy. You do take things a lot more personally because Mars conjunct with Vulcanus. You're hardworking, enterprising, impulsive, self-assertive, competitive, dramatical, and you have a leadership ability even though you tend to dominate any group you lead. You have willpower and inner drive to go after what you want. You have a short fuse, just as short as a memory too, so you don't even remember why you're mad at the person. You're not one to run away from danger as well with this energy. You can be accident prone. You may leave, so be careful with this energy as well. Pick and choose your battles, because it depends if Mars is not well aspected with your personal Uranus. And some of you have Uranus and Aquarius. You need to curtail your animal instincts at this time, because you tend to be, if you have like Uranus squaring or Uranus opposing, so it depends. If you have Uranus and Scorpio, you need to be careful here, because you tend to be a little bit more animalistic in your way of thinking. You're just reactionary, like an animal. So you need to be careful with this energy and not be so impulsive. Tink, 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 okay, during this time period. Then on the 21st at 3:09 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the Sun enters Gemini, and you have a stellium happening in your 11th house. You may have a chance to meet important people. The focus is on group discussions. Friends will be more helpful than usual. In the 11th house, you do have like a little bit of a stellium going on. For some of you, you actually have a stellium going on in your personal chart, so you are conjuncting with the planets that are transiting at this time. time. So your friendships could be more of the focus to you, and people outside the home could be more of the focus. You can be dealing with other people's responsibilities and avoiding the responsibilities in the home, and focusing on other relationships at this time. So love relationships can fail with this energy because you're more about people outside the home. You can be also traveling a lot more than usual to visit friends, family, or just traveling to festivals and things like that. You do have a stellium in your 10th house, so you're definitely more about your social life at this time. For some of you, you're more about securing the bag at this time. Those of you who are 40 and over, this is a beautiful energy time for you in regards to money and making more money during this time period. Or you're more about your social life. You're very much creative, taking initiative in your life, and you can be coming up with money making ideas. This is also a great time for networking. If you have seasonal jobs here, you could be jumping onto a seasonal job, or acting in, or those of you who are in the acting community, this is a great time for social networking and making contacts with other people who are doing the same thing that you're doing, because therefore you two get to bounce off each other. So when one has a job, the other one will call the other one up. That sort of thing's going on, okay? Alrighty, so have faith at this time with this energy. I do see you sitting on your hands about certain things that are going on in your life. This could also be a busy time period for you and burning the candles at both ends of the stick with this energy as well. With this energy, the Four of Swords, I feel at this time, like I said, there's indecisiveness, so you're not so quick to jump into anything new at this time. You can still be mulling over certain situations that you need to do, or you can be avoiding certain responsibilities. The Eight of Wands talks of traveling coming up for some of you, and then for others of you, this is good news happening. The Five of Cups, this could be regrets or depression coming up as well, or the shoulda, woulda, coulda moments in your life, and kind of kicking yourself in the butt with that energy. So be careful with that. Be careful with your emotional self at this time. I feel for some of you, you can be feeling bored at work with this energy. The Nine of Coins talks of traveling coming up, or this could be a move happening with this energy as well, or dealing with property matters. The Justice card, this could be dealing with property matters, legalities, foreclosures, rentals, okay, Airbnbs, litigation, contracts and negotiations could be happening here with this energy as well. The Three of Wands talks of growth happening here, and talks about moving forward, climbing the corporate ladder, and just kind of like moving forward with your life and leaving certain paths behind. Emotional setbacks may inspire progress at this time, or you may feel the need to prove somebody wrong with this energy here as well. For others of you, you can be grieving a relationship or grieving an ending of an era with this energy. The Queen of Coins talks of more responsibilities, but I feel like as quickly as you may have like money coming in and more hours happening, but then you're paying your bills and stuff like that. You're coming up with get rich quick scheme. Try not to delve into lack consciousness at this time, because you know, as above so below. So this is what you're creating in your own reality. So delve into positive affirmations at this time, or the power of prayer with this energy. The Four of Coins, I feel certain things, because you have a lot of coin cards here, certain things could be moving at a slow and steady pace, okay? Or certain things could be stopped at this time with this energy, or because Pluto's in retrograde, it's going to take a long, everything's a process at this time for you. The Temperance card, you can be working on yourself. You have a great level of self-control. You can be more about your sanity, so you can be trying to keep the peace around you and not trying to create drama around you, okay? The Knight of Swords, it's a busy time for you. I see investment opportunities coming up for you. I feel this is a great time for those of you in business management, of course. I feel like you can be inspired by what other people are doing and hopping on trends online and being inspired by what other people are doing and creating it and making it your own at this time with this energy. The Four of Cups, I feel like you are not so quick to jump into anything new. You can be more focusing on yourself at this time. I do see some financial setbacks or financial disappointments appointments happening here. So really research what you get yourself involved with at this time. I do feel like other people could be very competitive with you, either with business or career. I do see some financial setbacks happening this month. For the Six of Swords, I feel for some of you here that, you could be worrying about money, but yet you could be paying your bills, is what it's telling me, okay? This is a time of moving forward. Despite all that's happening in your life, you're trekking on, you're continuing to move forward despite certain setbacks during this time period. You continue. For others of you, you need to stay out of your head at this time. The Queen of Cups, I feel with this energy here, you can be dealing with loans at this time. For others of you, new love can be coming in, and I feel like this person could be taking care of you financially. You could be dealing with a sugar daddy or sugar mama at this time with this energy as well, or this could be your partner kind of doting on you with this energy and buying you things with this energy, or taking you to expensive vacations. I feel also with this energy here, you need your thank you at this time. You need your recognition at work. If you're not getting it, you may have some tantrums and tiaras being thrown. You could feel some kind of damn way about work because they're not acknowledging what you bring to the table. I feel you're wanting more recognition, you're wanting your thank you, you're wanting more from these people at this time for all that you do, okay? I feel like this is a time of change. Lots of changes are going to be going on around you this month and probably for a while here with the planets going, because we got the North Node in Aries coming up here soon. So you're going through a lot of changes at this time, okay? The Seven of Coins, something heavy on your mind, but again, this could be more of a thought than an action. So you're kind of like going more with the flow with this energy here, or you're just kind of like, you're going more with the flow and kind of like sitting on your hands about things that you want to do at this time. So this could be more of a thought than an action. The Knight of Wands, I see fortune bubbling over, but as quickly as money comes in for you, as quickly as you got to pay your bills and stuff like that, or think about getting rid of certain things at this time, like certain apps and stuff like that. I do feel like this is a time for creativity or starting a new creative project that other people will dance that other people will be inspired by. The Ace of Coins, creating your own reality. For some of you, if you're dealing with court at this time, this could be getting money. So if you were in a car accident, God forbid, you could be getting your car insurance money, or whatever you were in with court that involved money, you could be getting your settlement at this time, or this could be dealing with homeowners insurance as well with this energy here too. I feel for some of you here, you're not happy at work because you're not receiving your thank you or recognition, or you haven't received your raise yet, or you're not getting your hours that you want at this time. So you're really complaining and like being a bit nasty with the people at work and kind of taking it out on them. I feel like you can be receiving some much needed good news at this time as well. So I see that around you with this energy. The Hierophant card, I feel for some of you here that this could be dealing with a group or organization during this time period as well. This is creating your own reality during this time period. And I feel like for some of you, you could be moving on to a different job or organization, and they could be helping making your dreams and your wishes happen. The Hermit card, this is a time of introspection for you. You have a great level of self-control at this time. You're working on the self with this energy. Despite Mercury being in retrograde after the 14th, it's a great time to mingle if you're single with this energy. The World card, mastering your money situation. Traveling could be coming up at this time for you. The Page of Cups, dating, okay? I feel for some of you here that you may have an opportunity to reconnect with somebody that it didn't go anywhere with. So that could be in the future, a reconciliation can be happening with this energy. The Ten of Coins puts an emphasis on money, so you have like a lot of money worries. I feel like this is a very slow time for you with this energy here. The Seven of Swords, I feel for some of you, you're focusing more on your business at this time. You can also be more quiet and to yourself with this energy. And the Devil card, I feel for some of you here, you can be leaving certain groups or organizations, and then you're going to see sparks of miracles happening. You're leaving toxic relationships behind, or you're using this time period to work on yourself with this energy, okay? I love you, my putty cats. Show your love and support to your girl Marie, and make sure to like, subscribe, and share. And thank you for everyone who has. I really appreciate the love energy. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I'll be posting up the weekly horoscopes for next week. This week on the live for the 5th, I do have those weekly horoscopes up, so you could watch that to get kind of like a well-rounded view of what's going on for this week. Kisses.